Hello everyone and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones as Petyr Baelish, and in today's episode we have some very important stuff to do, and I'm gonna go over everything, but first I want you guys to look over here. There's three very important names. We have Jaina Lannister, Harold Arryn, and Merrill Florent. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about these guys soon. I have a plan for these people. You may know that Petyr Baelish is very interested in hoarding wards. Well, I kinda wanna do the same thing, but I don't really care about kids as much as I care about claimants. But as I said, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Before we do this, I actually have something else I need to do. So this actually might seem a little bit strange, but I'm actually going to swear fealty to King Tommen, Baratheon, or Lannister. So we're gonna do that first. We're gonna have to go forward a little bit just so Tommen actually has time to accept our offer. And once he does that, we have some more important things to do. Come on. Alright, so there he does. So King Tommen accepted our, vassalage offer, which only makes sense because we're going to now help him in his wars, but not really for long. The first thing we're actually going to try and do is kidnap the king, and I'll tell you why immediately. Now, why did we have to swear fealty for this? You can only apparently kidnap the king if you're his vassal. So I was unable to kidnap him before. I was only able to kill him, but we need to kidnap him. It's important. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and kidnap him, and also at the same time I want to check who is going to help us out. Now, it doesn't really seem like a whole lot of people are interested in joining us. There's one person, Pandis, the Sir of the King's Gate, now, and also Osfrid Cattleback. Now, we're going to obviously try and send gifts to everyone. Wow, 42 gold, he's very expensive. Perhaps we're not going to do this, actually. Okay, never mind. Now, one thing I do want to do also is we're going to have to start a faction, and we want to have independence. Now, this seems very odd because we have just now sworn fealty to the Iron Throne, but it's important because our independence that we just had was only a mega war independence. It wasn't an actual independence, but we will need independence for our next plans. So now, basically, the idea is I want to kidnap Tommen, and we're going to send a signal. If it works, and we'll have to see if it works. If it's successful, we will immediately get our independence. And there it is, yes! So we ambushed King Tommen's carriage on a lonely stretch of road in the countryside. The guards scattered before us, and one of my men blindfolded and bound King Tommen. He's now safely locked away in my dungeon to do with as I please. This is excellent indeed. Now, obviously, you gotta think about, we've spent a lot of time in King's Landings. We have a lot of influential men in very important positions still, so that was probably the reason why we were able to catch the king that quickly. So now, what do we do with this? I could now go to intrigue options again and demand my independence. Now, seeing as our independence faction is not that powerful, it's unlikely that we're going to be granted independence. But if the king then decides to declare war on us, we're going to win immediately because we have him in prison. So that's what we're going to do, demand independence right now and see what our liege says. So yeah, let's move forward. Obviously, we've succeeded with our plot, of course. Let's see what Tommen says. Ooh. So, okay, so shameful attempt at blackmail has not succeeded, no matter how many corrupted souls, yes, yada yada yada, but word is, that's fine, but we're immediately at 100%, he's gonna call in Cersei Lannister, it doesn't matter, we're going to enforce demands, and that means we will be independent. So there it is. So now, also what happened was, we are now known as the King of the Riverlands, and look at this, all of the other lords, all of the Freys are now under our command, which is great. This is exactly what we wanted. Now, a couple of these guys, like the Bay of Crabs, the Blackwood Vale, and Southstone have not yet joined, but that's because they're currently in a war. But that doesn't matter that much. So this was one of the most important things I wanted to get through, and I'm happy that it worked that well. So yeah, we're now fully independent, and what we can do now is proclaim ourselves as the King of the Trident. So that's what we're going to do, the King of the Rivers. Now, basically, what's going to do, this is going to create an Empire tier title. That now means we can actually have King tier vassals, and that's exactly what we want to do. So now, we only need to make sure that we invite all of these claimants that have claims to kingdoms. We're going to invite them to our court, and they all say yes. Those are all the 3 people that are actually going to say yes, which is awesome. We're going to invite them to our court, and then we can press their claims once they're landed, which is kind of cool. So Harold Arryn obviously is our key to the Vale. Pretty awesome. He wants to join us. And we have also Melor Florent. Now, why a Florent? Because he has a strong claim on the Reach, and we want to grab as much as we can. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to invite him to our court as well. So basically what we need to do is just land these guys, then declare war for their claim, and if we win, they will end up as our vassals. And that's all we want. We want to become king from our seat in Harrenhall. And obviously we still have Sansa Stark for the north. So basically we're gonna actually go forward soon enough, but I want to set up a little bit more of my council. So basically once these 3 guys arrive, we have the Trident, ourselves, we will have the Vale with Harold Arryn, we have the north with Sansa Stark, we have the west with Jenna Lannister, or more importantly, or more likely, probably Lancel Lannister. Once Kevin dies, he's going to give the strong claim of the Westerlands to Lancel, which we can then claim, because he's already going to be landed, which is basically the idea. But yeah, basically that's what it is. And then we have the Florent guy for the Reach. And the other countries we can take over later, but that's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions to control out of 8, which is pretty powerful. But yeah, I'm just very excited right now. I'm very happy. I've actually planned this out for quite some time, so I'm very excited to see if the things work out just like I planned them. So yeah, but before we actually move forward, we actually need to do a couple things. We need to set up a new Master Whisperers, because the Lord Ambrose is not exactly the best guy. Walder Frey would obviously be the best. Now, he doesn't actually want to be our Spy Master, but you know what? Actually, we're gonna give him that position. Yeah. Now, Lord Norbert is not happy. Okay, well, I don't really care about this too much. Lord Norbert, you're not in my council anyways. Actually, maybe you want to become councillor? Nobody cared about the other guy. Awesome, so that's pretty good. So let's actually see if we can get these guys to join our... No, foreign culture. Now, there was someone mentioning that I could... Oh, actually, yeah, I talked about this. I could convert to the local culture of Riverrun. Now, this would make sense because, obviously, my family is from Bravos. I was born in Middle Point in the Vale, and I, for the rest of my life, I guess, lived in King's Landing. But I was raised in Riverrun with the Tullys, so I think I'm probably more Riverlander than anything else. Probably. So it would make sense to convert to the Riverlander culture. It would also make sense because that's kind of the core of our territory. But I'm not sure, well, I'm actually quite sure that it's not going to help us out with Lancel Lannister, and we're not going to be able to peacefully vassalize the Blackwoods simply because they are believing in the old gods while we are Faith of the Seven. So I don't think it's going to really help us out that much, and all the other lords are currently at war, so they're not going to be vassalized. It's not possible to vassalize them. So I don't think I'm going to actually do that just now. It might help to placate some of our vassals, but I don't think I want to do that. Anyways, we have called them in. They have not yet arrived at our court. That's a little bit frustrating. I think that we'll do that soon enough. So Carol Vance actually wants Admiral Tully as the new Lord of the Riverlands, I guess. At least I think so, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, Admiral Tully for the Riverlands. Where is he? He is in the Westerlands. Can I invite you to court? I cannot. Alright. Alright, what's the next list on my agenda? I need to utilize my court. What do I want to do with my Master of Laws next? We definitely need Dari. We definitely need to declare war on you and take you over. Walder Frey is actually on your side. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. What about the Blackwoods? What about you? You have pacts with the Neck and others as well. Right, one thing I wanted to form an alliance, because since we've married Robert Arryn's mother, I think we have a non-aggression pact. I don't know exactly how this works because we don't actually have a pact. If we look at our things, but if I want to declare a war, it says I can't. Let's actually go forward. Hold on. Let me show you. Um, Tristan Rigger is a treacherous bastard. Carol Vance. What call to arms? I have not called you to arms. Foreign culture. Now I wonder if... Okay, so this could actually help out. I guess we're just going to do this. We're going to convert, and now are we able to offer vassalization again? No, he doesn't like us. What if I bribe you? Would you come now? Still wouldn't come. Okay, power apparently. We're not powerful enough. That's unfortunate. But there, Meryl Florent has just arrived. Good. And yeah, we're now known as King of the Trident. Awesome. And we have, yeah, we could declare the war, claim for the Vale, except we can't because we have a non-aggression pact. Now I noticed this earlier when I wanted to declare another war, and it wasn't possible. So what that means is we, however, have now the possibility of forming an alliance. Now, I think right now it says opinion is +1 base reluctance, but so we need one more point, and I feel like sending a gift should be enough to convince Robert Aaron to form an alliance with us, and that's what we're gonna do. So, whew, man, I'm just happy that things work out. Okay, so Jenna Lannister arrived as well, so we have all of these 3 claimants in our court right now, which is pretty cool. Now, we should also note that if Jenna Lannister becomes the Lady of the Westerlands, her son is Lord Lionel, the Lord of Riverrun, which is kind of cool. So either way, either if Lancel Lannister or Jenna Lannister becomes the Lord Paramount of the West, we are going to keep these lands. But we have to be careful. We have a big faction here. Lord, Walder Frey. Can I imprison him? Not right now. Walder Frey rising up against us would obviously not be all that useful. He's quite powerful. Maybe I don't want him on the council. I don't know. He's kind of scary. Let him scheme, perhaps. Let's see what he finds out. And let's improve relations. Who are we going to improve relations with? Who does not like me? I guess Petyr Baelish. No, not Petyr Baelish. I mean, Walder Frey would be kind of good. Yeah, probably. Or probably him would have been better. You do not want to accept the vassalization. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to declare war. I need your stuff. I need your stuff. Indeed. And we're also gonna have to declare war on you. I just need your lands. You know, that's it. So declare the war, raise our own men, and we'll see what the Frey guy does. He might join against us, I don't know, or I guess we're gonna have to find out. Alright, also, right, I wanted to set up my bodyguards here. Lothar Brune, of course. Who else do we have? We have Shaderich, the Mad Mouse, of course. Lucius, strong and a trained fighter. Yep, we'll pick you as a bodyguard. Now that we're king, we definitely need to have our own bodyguards. Morgoth, I'll take you. And who else have we got left? Oh, Harold Aaron, of course. Heir to the Vale, they're going to be our bodyguard as well. And we need some more commanders. Wow, 5 commanders what we can pick. Of course, yeah, definitely going to give command to Lionel Frey. Harold Aaron, yep, as well. Who else? Meryl Florent. Wow, yeah, he's a brilliant commander. Definitely going to give command to him. Who else have we got? Other than that, well, Jamie. Yes. I'm just gonna give it to the highest martial guy here. Yeah, Alton of Winterfell. That's good enough. Awesome. So we're gonna give command to you. Now we're just gonna have to be careful that obviously we don't kill Harold Aaron. That would be terrible because he is our key to the Vale. Because as I said, we cannot declare a war for the Vale, but we can inherit it. But we need to give Harold Aaron lands in order to do that. So far the Freys seem to stay on our side. Good. And Robert Aaron has accepted our proposal for an alliance, which is good. He's bringing 11,000 men to the table, which is great. Now, this is especially great because we're going to need him in order to claim the North for Sansa Stark, that we have not, or yeah, whom we have not revealed just yet, but we're going to do that soon enough. And actually, we're going to have to be careful our troops don't get destroyed here. Let's bring them over to Harrenhall. Oh my god, guys, I know this is This is all over the place. I'm just so super excited that things are working out. We also got to be really quick, obviously, because Robert Arryn can die anytime. He's weak, right? So he can die anytime, and if he just dies and we lose Harold, then we're probably not gonna get the Vale for a long time, and that's terrible. Same kind of with the Westlands is a very difficult decision, or I guess position where we're in, because you know, if Cersei dies, it's gonna just be more difficult for us to press our claims. But yeah, anyways, let's just go forward. Let's move forward and see what we can do. One more thing I wanted to do. Jenna Lannister, no, it's not her fault. I want her to be here. I invited her to our court. It's important. Yes, lords rallying to our cause. I hope they will. A famous herald well-versed in diplomatic protocol has arrived at our court. He's proposing his services to us, and our Chamberlain is saying that we can make good use of this man. Sure. No, I don't think I need anyone right now. So we're crushing these men. Awesome. That shouldn't really be a problem. We obviously have 11,000 Valemen coming down. So this should be really rather easy. Perhaps we even want to focus on the Blackwood Vale and let, I guess, the Knights of the Vale do this job. And this is what's great about it, right? The Knights of the Vale are not fighting for us. They're still fighting for Robert Arryn. But, well, they are fighting for us, but not not directly, I guess. Now, here's one thing that I mentioned, well, I guess in the first episode, something that's gonna annoy me. I don't want to join this offensive war. The reason for this is I'm gonna be caught up in a war that I can't peace out. That's gonna drag on forever, and that kind of will limit me in well, all the kind of things that I can do. So I will not join this war, even though that means I'm gonna lose prestige. But that's just the way it's gonna have to be. Yeah, there's others invasion. I don't care about the wall. We're gonna take the north, and then we can think about it. We have a bastard Frey ruling over the Rat Fork. If we legitimize him, he will like us. Sure. I mean, not like we need piety anyways, right? Yeah. Piety is a problem. We can still reveal Sansa Stark, and maybe it's time. Maybe it is actually time for us to reveal Sansa Stark. She is 14 years old. You know what? I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna reveal Sansa Stark right now, and we're gonna make her our wife. Search the court. Actually, no. Let's just arrange a marriage. There she is, Sansa Stark. Yep, there we go. We're gonna marry Sansa Stark. Awesome. I hope this is not matrilineal. No, this is a regular marriage. Good. So we can now claim the north. Actually, no, we still cannot claim the north. Interesting. Why not? Oh, because it's a strong claim, I guess. Okay, so Roose Bolton's still fighting Stannis Baratheon. Okay. We cannot declare war because we have men raised. I see. Alright, cool. Anyway. Robert Arryn, what are you... 10,000 men, where are you going? He's not joining our war, unfortunately. That's too bad. Okay, I guess these 2,800, you're gonna start, yeah, you're gonna start sieging Blackwood Vale, and I don't want to lead that personally. Oh my god, why am I leading this army? This is terrible. Harold Arryn, you're gonna lead it. Actually, I don't really want you leading this either, but it's better than me leading it, because I don't want to die. We need a new Master of Laws, Luthien. I'm gonna pick you. And I want you to improve relations, probably with a Lancel. We need Lancel Lannister on our side. Whew. Oh my god. I hope that this works out. I hope that this works out. I've been planning this for quite a long time. But we gotta be quick. We gotta be quick. That's crucial. Very crucial. Actually, you know what? Before this guy sieges down the Rat Fork, we might want to take him out. And then we're gonna move on to the Blackwood Vale. Yep. Or Raventree Hall, I guess. Siege. Oh, he took the stone mill. God darn it! Even Edmund Tully was able to defend the stone mill. Ah, what a shame. But okay, come on, take out his army. You can do it. All right, we'll destroy the. Take back the stone mill. It should be rather quickly. Yeah, just assault it. 2 men holding it. They're not gonna hold it for long. Good. Move on. So far we still. Man, we still need we need to usurp some kind of land in order to give that to Harold Aaron. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. All right, Castle Derry has fallen. This war is over. Good. Enforce demands, and he's now. Can we revoke his title? I could not. I can't. All right, never mind. 4,000 men. Let's move them up here. And I guess if I stand them down, that wouldn't help. Alright, I'll stand them to the Blackwood Vale and see what we can do. And afterwards, we're going to have to, I guess, declare a war in the north. But we'll do that soon enough. Whew, we just kind of need a title. We need a title. We still have that dangerous faction opposing us. That's just Walder Frey. Can I give you an honorary title? Come on, I'm gonna make you the Master of... the Keeper of Swans. There you go. How about that? Do you like that? Man, you gotta be careful about that guy. I mean, Walder Frey. Gee, he killed another king. He killed the king in the north before. Whew. But we're different. We're different than... we're not Robb Stark, right? And so, yeah, Lancel, it says right now, he's currently... he will pass out of our realm. Yeah, right, because of Kevin. So I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to have Kevin die, just so that Queen Sansa dead. No, I don't want Sansa dead. Revoke this. How can we do this? High Lordship of the Crown. I would kind of like to do that, but we're not gonna do any of this. What we want to do is kill Lancel's father, so that Lancel gets the claim. We're gonna do that. Yep, kill him and see who joins. See who will join in on this. Almost nobody. That's problematic. That's problematic indeed. Where is he right now? Regent of the Iron Throne. And he's currently in Eastern Blackwater Bay. Consent for a faceless man. No, I don't think we have the money for that. We need Kevin Lannister to die. Basically. Now let's actually have a... Or maybe... or do we? No, we don't need him to die. We definitely need to catch this army. Blue Fork, 3rd of February. Alright, let's go here. Let's catch him now. I don't think he can run away. 11th? 4th, yeah. Alright, we'll get him. 4th February. And he's dead. Oh my god. Wow, this is so intense. At least I'm so tense, I guess. I don't know. Sounds kind of strange, but I guess you understand what I'm talking about. I'm so anxious. I want this to work out. Because I feel like this is kind of a master plan. I'm actually quite proud. So we have the Trident. We are probably gonna get the Vale. We at least have an alliance with these guys, which is already worth quite a lot. And we can imprison somebody. Darn it. It's a city. Now I wonder if a city is actually enough, but probably a city is probably enough. Imprison this guy, yes. And we just alright, fine, let's ransom him then. Get 25 gold out of the deal. And yeah, I don't want to call him for trial, that doesn't help me. Basically I just want to revoke his stuff. So I guess what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to find somebody who does not like us or who's weak. How many men do you have? 2,000. Gee, that's a lot. That's a lot of troops. Can it? No. I kind of don't want Walder Frey to revolt simply because he's so powerful, right? These guys are no longer under my control, which is kind of a shame, and I cannot get them back because he apparently thinks he's powerful. I need lands. I somehow desperately need lands. I guess I could build something new. 800 gold though. That's very expensive. 800 gold and we could build this. And then we could give out one of these castles to Harold Aaron. I guess we're gonna have to do this, but I don't know if we'll be able to make enough money. We do have the business focus, but so far we've not been able to set up a trade route. I think once we get the trade route money, especially now that we're an empire tier, I guess, lord, it should go rather quick, but I don't know. Okay, so maybe actually it's much faster to siege these kind of provinces. Maidstone, for example, has only 172 defenders, so that's probably better to siege. Whew. Oh, I have grown increasingly attached to Sansa. And though our marriage was merely a practical arrangement, I wonder if I have now come to love her. Yes, of course this is a marriage of love. This is what we always wanted. We wanted her mother, technically, but no, now we found our love, well, Queen of Love and Beauty, I guess we're gonna call it. Catelyn is technically still alive, but she's old. She's 38 years old. Why would we want her? No, we want the 15-year-old young girl. Yes, it's gonna be a marriage of love. Alright guys, well, I think I'm gonna put an end to this episode here. I'm really excited. I guess way too excited about this. But I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. I'm very much looking forward where this goes. Hopefully we can actually get everything, well, the way I planned it to do. Get the Vale, get the Westerlands, the Reach and the North all under our control, and then we're gonna probably march on the Iron Throne and just try and take it over. But anyways, as I said, I'm gonna end this here. If you have any suggestions, comments, or whatever, please leave them in the comments section, I guess. And also, yeah, just like the video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time.